God grant the mushrooms the serenity to come up when they can.
We're looking for morel mushrooms.
Morel mushrooms.
A lot of people call them dry land
land
fish.
fish.
That's what the mountain
That's
people
right.
call them. While we were standing here getting ready to do this interview, you said, well, you know, I don't know.
The ground, no, hold it now. Now hold it. Don't
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm
don't
sorry.
swing the
Okay,
camera yet.
okay.
So what we're doing is I'm trying to teach you how the ground is.
Right.
The kind of ground you want, it's made out of the delicate leaves on the trees. And the morel is a very finicky mushroom, and it only comes up when it wants to. Conditions have to be perfect. Spongy, soft, moist ground, 70 degrees, 75. I usually don't cruise. What I'll do is if I
Stand
don't
and look in one spot?
yeah, and if you find one, there should be more. That's why
Yeah.
Tim, I think, was over here squatting down.
You know, you got to pick them out. They're camouflaged, and by golly, this is not set up. This is the real thing.
This is the real thing.
Here's what they look like. Been right down here. Now, what do you want to do with that one?
What you want to do is you want to pinch it off or cut it. We'll just cut it. And cut it off level with the ground. Just
It's right down in
yeah,
here.
yeah, yes, excellent.
Now, how about that?
That's about a 5-inch tall mushroom, and what do you think? 5 inches, 4 inches round.
Yeah.
4 inches round. And I wish this one hadn't have been so obvious, because that was so easy.
Yeah. Well, let's find some more. Let's find
Okay.
some that aren't so obvious. They're very well camouflaged, aren't they?
Yeah. That's why they're so well camouflaged, is because they come up in the middle of debris. I cannot believe you found that one. I mean, that one had just come up.
The great thing about morels is there's no mistaking those.
If you watch where you put your feet, you'll find one, and then if you take your time, you'll find several more. I see a black one.
Really?
No joke. I haven't found a black one all year.
How big is it?
Smaller than the white one, and it looks like it's dried out. It may be a half-free morel.
Up, there he is right there.
Golly.
As you look around, the contrast between the dark leaves and the light leaves and the 3D effect you get with these things lying on top of each other, it's hard to see anything. But Eagle Eyes back there picked out this black mushroom, which is hard to see because look, the base of it is light colored and the top of it's dark. So Robin saw this one at a distance and he says, you know, when you see one of these, there's probably going to be more. And there's 3, as you can see, 1, 2, 3 in this little group. And he seems to think there'd probably be more around here.
I can't believe it. And then I'll put them in this mesh bag, and if there's any spores that haven't fallen out, they'll fall out on the ground, and then we'll reseed the patch.
That's thinking right there.
And sometimes when you're in the wood during the rain, and the air currents are right, you can smell the morels. When they start to give off their spores, there's a real pungent odor that comes in the air.
Now, if we find a few here, can we eat them? Will you show us how you fix them? Or are you going to save them for something else?
You want me to demonstrate cooking?
You don't have to.
We can. Yeah, they start talking to you after a while, don't they? This looks like an ideal place right there, doesn't it?
That's a pretty good one right there. Just out of that, what's the base of that? Oh, look at here.
Found a big one. I can't believe you found another one.
Morels have a very distinctive shape, and they look. A lot of people say they look like a Christmas tree. That's a good one right there.
You flick it before,
Flick it before you pick it.
before you pick it.
Knock the spores off.
Yeah.
And they're so tiny you can't even see them.
I could do this all day. This keeps me from having to do work.
We found some. Now here's the good part.
The good part is we get to go back and cook.
Let's go do it.
Let's go do it.
Come on.
You know, the prayer must have worked. I said the mushroom prayer before I left.
You always find them during turkey season. It just happens to coincide with turkey season. And that's a good side dish along with your wild turkey.
That's correct. Just cut them in half, and you're soaking them to get the bugs out. and that's what you're doing. That's all you're doing is you're getting the debris and the bugs out. Mushrooms are an excellent meat additive. In fact, they have their own source of protein. If you don't have the meat, you can still eat the mushrooms and get the same protein.
And they're good for you.
Yeah, and they're good for you.
Antioxidants, I'm sure.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about right there.
Oh, man. The texture is like, it's almost like leather, and then it breaks down. It's got the right chew to it.
Let's go find some more.
Yeah.